Greetings, welcome to my YouTube channel. I like to start by saying that for a long while, a very long while, I wanted to start this channel, but I don't know what held me back from creating this channel. I don't know, it may have been fear, it may have been self-doubt, it may have been a lack of confidence, it may have even been just not feeling good enough or not feeling like I had a message or something to share. And if you're watching this right now, you may be in that same boat. You may be feeling like you don't have anything to share with the world, or that your life is not in order. So why create a channel, or why, jump on YouTube and talk? For a long time, I struggled with being shy, not having the confidence to express myself. I would find opportunities to shy away and be reluctant and not show my true nature. And this held me back for a long time. And like I said, this prevented me from even starting this channel. But in the midst of, being shy, having that lack of confidence and, not really stepping out in faith, I knew deep down and had that feeling deep down that I was meant for more. That I was meant for more greatness. That there was something that God put inside of me that I had to get out. And this is the channel that I'm going to use to get out everything God has put inside of me. And I hope if you're watching and if you're listening to this, that you know deep down that God put something inside of you. That there is something that you were birthed with. That you came here on this earth with a message. Either a message or a gift that God has given to you. And you know deep down that you're supposed to share it. You know deep down that you're supposed to get it out into the world and allow people to experience it. But for some reason, you're being held back. Now, I don't know what that reason may be, but I'm just here to tell you that you cannot allow another day, you cannot allow another second to hold you back from what God has blessed you with. See, the last thing you want to do is live this life on earth. And there's a saying that when you die, you're going to meet the person you should have been. And a lot of people are going to be very, very disappointed with the potential that they left here on this earth. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I'm not trying to find that out. I'm not trying to find that out. I want to max out on earth. And I hope that if you're watching this video, that that's the same for you. That you want to maximize the potential of everything God has given you to do here on this earth. See, time is short. We don't have that much time here on this earth. At this recording right now, I just recently had my first baby boy, my first child. And although that was a blessing and a big eye-opener for me, I realized that time is finite. Like already, it seemed like, time just went by so quick, and he's already walking, and he's already, he already learned how to crawl. And, I sit back and think of my state of mind when he was born and how I was in a state where I felt like I didn't have anything to give or offer to the world. I felt like I wasn't there yet. And if you wait until you are there, you'll never start. You'll never start. You'll never take that step in faith if you wait until you have everything together. If you wait until all the stars are aligned and you have that perfect situation, or you have that wife, or you have that husband, or you have that perfect job, or you have that perfect boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is, you're never going to take that action. And that was my story. I was waiting until the stars aligned to actually share what God had given me. So in this video, not only am I going to share with you how my life was transformed, but I'm also going to share with you how you can do the same. How God has given you the ability to express everything that he put within you so that you can birth it out and live the life of purpose that he created you for. And if you're watching this, you may feel like your life has no meaning, or God may have forgotten about you. You may have gone through a lot of heartbreak and loss, sickness, ailment. It doesn't matter what you may have went through, but I'm just here to tell you that God has never forgotten about you. He still loves you. He still cares for you. He's never forgotten about you. And I had to realize that, that everything that I've been going through in life is to mold and to teach me a lesson. At the end of the day, there's no such thing as failure. There's only lessons. And it is up to us to understand what the lesson is in every situation that we go through. And for me, I got to a point to where there was no hope. And I believe God brought me to that point to where the only option was him. The only option was to turn my life fully over to Jesus Christ. The only option was for me to allow the Holy Spirit to lead me and lead my life in everything that I do. To actually live a life that is worthy. And by living that kind of lifestyle, it requires a lot of sacrifice. You have to die to yourself every day. You have to die to your selfish desires, your selfish needs, your lust. But the key and the catch is that you can't do it by yourself. The key thing is that you physically, capably cannot do it yourself. You have to have the power of the Holy Spirit that is pushing and giving you that strength to push through whatever circumstance or whatever addiction or whatever stronghold that is on you. And allowing that to happen was the biggest transformation, the biggest turning point for my life. And I can remember being addicted to pornography, early on, starting from age 11. And I would remember back in the days, there wasn't iPhones at the time, so we only had computers. And I remember going on there to watch porn and filling my mind with all these negativity and all these negative thoughts. And leading to the iPhone, the creation of the iPhone, this was where things transformed for me, because now it was easily accessible. Now it was easy for me to watch porn. And I was deeper and deeper into the addiction of it. Now to the point to where I felt this cloud of shame. This cloud of shame that came about from not doing what God had called me to do. This shame of the thoughts, the convictions, doing what I wasn't solely wanting to do, but I was deep down in this stronghold to the point that I couldn't see myself stopping. It started to affect my relationships. It started to affect my communication. It started to affect how I talked to people, how I viewed people, how I viewed women in general. And I knew something was wrong. I knew this wasn't right, and overall, I just thank God that I'm free. I just thank God I'm free from that addiction. I just thank God has transformed my life to where He has literally replaced whatever stronghold that I had with now a desire for Him. And it is the most relieving thing. It is the most freeing thing. And I just hope that if you're watching this, that you can experience that. I just hope that you can experience that freedom from any addiction, from anything. Because anything that sets itself above God is an idol. And I want to live my life to the point to where there is nothing, not even my family, that can have that place above God. Of course, under God, my family, but above God, nobody. So I don't want to go off too much on this video. I just want to make this an introduction video to this channel. This channel, I want to really kind of dive deep into a lot of different topics. You know, when you start a YouTube channel, they tell you, you know, find a niche, find a, you know, a thing that you want to talk about, or, you know, and stick to that, you know, until you grow your channel or whatever it is. And on here, I just want to be led by the Holy Spirit to come on here and share whatever He has for me, for you. It could be anything from relationships, it could be from finances, it could be from, you know, breaking addictions, it could be even just a word that God has for me to tell you. And at this point, I'm not going to continue to live my life in a state where I'm living below the potential God has created in me. And I hope that that's the same for you. So if you would like to see more videos like this, like, subscribe. I'm going to be coming in with more content. And if you see value in being able to live and walk in what God has called you to do, then stay tuned for more.